Welcome to another video of One.flv's video tutorials. In this video we're going to talk about another Microsoft software which is named NetMeeting. It was introduced with the launch of Windows 95 and it was discontinued with the launch of Windows Vista, and it was replacing Windows Vista by the Windows Live workspace. And NetMeeting would allow you to participate in virtual meeting, create video conferencing, chat with each other, share your data, share your applications, even share your desktop, and give complete control of your computer to the person that you're connected to. And in Windows XP, NetMeeting is not enabled by default. Actually, it's not configured. And when you go to Start and search in all programs, you won't find it here. So what you have to do is go to Run and type CONF and press enter. The wizard that would actually take you through the steps that would configure the NetMeeting program would pop up. The first page, it will say that what kind of features that NetMeeting has: talk to others, use video to see others, and so on. Just simply click next. For the first name, actually this part, it was important when we had Microsoft ILS directories, internal locator service directories, which if you would have actually had your name listed in those directories, anybody would have found your name, anybody would have been able to connect to you and made a video conference or chatted with you or whatever else. But because of the problems that it has and so many issues that it had, it was completely discontinued. So it really doesn't make difference what you're going to enter here, but it might be important, since when you're going to connect to the to each other, the name that would be popping up at the other computer showing that somebody else is connected to you would be your name here, the name here that you have entered here. So I would advise you to type in something appropriate so you won't get confused. So here I've got my user here, Dave. Would type Dave. Last name would be Doe. Email address dave@impartlabs.com. Location, comments, and next. Okay, here's the directory I was talking about. If you wanted to actually, at that time, at the time that Windows 95 and 98 we were using these NetMeeting programs, at that time, if I wanted to actually, if I wanted my name listed in the directory, I would have clicked this, check this box. But right now they are removed. Even if you check this box and click next, it will give you an error, so it doesn't make any difference. But I would advise you to click this, do not list my name in the directory. Actually, there are still so many directories out there that you could actually connect to them and have your name listed in there. It doesn't belong to Microsoft, but they're full of spam and porn and so on, so I would advise you not to connect to them, not because of the spam and porn, but because of the so many insecurity problems and security issues that it has, and so on. Alright, so let's click next. Here, the connection that you have, whether it's a dial-up modem, a faster modem, a DSL connection, ISDN. I'm right now on a local area network, so I will click next. The shortcuts, click next again. Test your volume of the speakers here. Here, test your microphone. Here, as you see, it's working. You have to have these red lines popping up. Click next, and finally finish, and it will start up. Well, one thing before we start and talk about NetMeeting is that first, when two users want to connect to each other through NetMeeting, make sure the users that you are logged in Windows XP, they should have administrative rights first. They should have a password. That's the second thing. And what else? If you're trying to connect to each other with NetMeeting in Windows 95 or 98, there won't be the password won't be actually important here. When you try to connect to each other, there would be another password there that you have to actually supply the program with. So when you connect to each other, you have to give that password. The password of the users is not that important at that moment. Okay, so Here as you see, as soon as the net meeting program launched, it gave me a Windows firewall error, which do you want me to keep blocking the program, unblock the program, or you want me to ask me later? Definitely we want to use this program, so we would unblock it. Okay, here in Windows XP Professional Service Pack 2, automatically this program was added to the firewall exceptions list. If you're working on Windows XP Home or other older Windows such as 95, 98, you have to go directly to the firewall program, click Start, click Control Panel, go to Windows Firewall, and here at the Exceptions tab, find if you could find Windows Net Meeting, just simply click it and click OK. If it's not in the list here, simply add program, and if again it's not in the list here, simply just go browse again. If it was there, you could just simply choose it and click OK. But if it wasn't there, go to My Computer, go to local and drive that you've installed your Windows in the program files, and finally there's a net meeting folder here, and choose the conf exit program and click open and so on. Okay, I'm not going to do this since I've got it there and it's already configured. Click cancel, and okay, so let's go back to the program. Here as you see, it's working without any problems. Okay, so what we need to actually connect to each other is a public IP address. Well, when you're connected to the internet, everybody, whoever is connected to the internet, has a public IP address. To find your public IP address, if you're using a modem, if you're using DSL modem, if you're using a router, whatever you're using, the best hit would be to go to the whatismyipaddress.com or .org, I'm not sure. This website would give you actually your public IP address, but if you want to go a little bit more advanced, if you're using the modem, you could simply go to the start button, run button here, and type CMD, press enter. CMD, press enter, come here and type ipconfig, and it would give your IP address, your public IP address. But if you're behind a router, it would give your local IP address here. So one thing you have to do is go to the web application of your router and simply find your public IP address. But the best shot would be is to go to that website that I said, whatismyipaddress.org, and simply get your IP address and give it to the person that wants to connect to you, and they will simply connect to you. Okay, here I have there's two machines that I want to connect to each other. This machine, which is client 1, I have an IP address of 194.225.33.10, and the other one is the same, just with a .20. So I would just simply connect to 194.225.33.20. 33.20. Okay, make a mistake again. Okay, let's go ahead and click on, see what happens, see if it works. Okay, as you see here, the sound is already, the phone is already ringing here. Okay, incoming call from Dave. Do you want to accept? Definitely you want to accept. Okay, so here as you see, it would be, okay, Dave Doe and Jane Doe have connected to each other. Remember what I said, when you're connecting to each other, the name that would be displayed here is important. So that is the name that we just filled in, Dave Doe and Jane Doe. And well, what else we have to do right now is to go ahead and talk about the features that it has. First of all, it's the before we go through the features, one other thing that you have to do. Normally Windows Net Meeting has a problem